Why bother to fight if you can't win? That is something that just immediately came into my mind whenever I watch the news saying the new generations of people are all choosing to lay flat and just give up and just do part-time jobs because they have no chance. But then I think to myself, in a parallel universe, there's always a lot of people that are still doing pretty well. They're having small business, they're doing online business, they're having a side hustle, they're building their own business. There are people also living a life comfortably, successfully. So I don't think the question we should ask ourselves is that the economic situation is so bad, the job market is so bad. Why bother to fight if we can't win? Well, the answer is obvious. If we choose to not fight, the only results will be we will be suffer even more. So this is not even a question. Why bother to fight if you can't win? We gotta figure it out to win in our own ways. I know we all have our definitions of what winning looks like. For me personally, it will be keep working for myself, controlling my own everyday time and schedule, and having enough whenever something hits, I'll be ready. I won't be asking around for help when people are also just working hard to provide for themselves. You don't want to be desperate. You don't want to be begging. You want to secure your own basic structures of your life. That's the basic reason why I choose to fight. I know it seems very desperate when you open up your YouTube channels, and if you care about the current situations around the world, you will see a lot of bad news. Nothing looks good. Every couple of years, there's a bubble. Every couple of years, there's a crisis. Every couple of years, people are saying that economic situations are not good. I honestly have never, ever hear people around me say that the economic situation is so good right now. It is the good time to go and build your own business, to go after what you want. I have never ever hear people say that, even in the news. I don't know if bad news really sell, but I think at least that catch people's attention, and it's not even fear mongering. I think it's just the natures of humans. We will be curious about, what is going to happen. I think the important things is that we need to always remind ourselves that if we choose not to fight for more, if we choose to stay in a job where we don't feel happy, we don't feel alive, we don't feel like we're learning something, we don't feel like our life is progressing in some ways, that is just like a dead water. It's going to stink. The water is going to go dark, and you're not going to feel happy. At least that's why in my early 30s, I try to find a way to work for myself. My reasoning, my important why, it's just because I just cannot live in that life anymore. So for me personally, I fight not because I wanted to win. I fight for the basic survival of my soul, my mentality, my emotional being, my mental health, because working in the office was killing me. I was so depressed that I have no other choice but just to try to find a way out. I don't know if I'm going to win, but I know I cannot stay there anymore. So when I when I look around and see the conversation where a lot of people are feeling scared, feeling hopeless, feeling desperate about the future and the current economic situation and the new challenges in the AI working market, what the future will be like. Fear is good because that's the best way to push us forward. I honestly wouldn't move a finger if I just can't be happy, have a stable paycheck, and just doing the same work, lock myself in the office every day for 8 hours, then just go about my weekends. I would choose to stay there if I could, but I couldn't. So I think the difficult situations a lot of people are facing right now, where their paychecks are not covering up their basic needs and the job is not giving them what they want in their lives, then it's just time to change. I think the most important determining factor is that how much pain and suffering are you feeling in your current situation right now? That would be the biggest force to push you forward. So I think social medias are one of the most important factor that shaping people's mind today. And I think we all need to be very mindful about what we consume, because whatever you choose to believe, it is absolutely going to be true for you. So essentially what you choose to believe will become your reality. And I think there's nothing wrong when you feel scared, you want to ask other people how their lives are. Are they facing the same things as you are? But back in the days when there are less social medias, when I was dealing with my own problems about I'm doing a job that I hate and I feel super depressed every single day during my lunch break. The only thing I can do is just to figure it out. What should I do next? Because I know no one can help me. I'm the only one who's going to help myself. So when I feel lost, when I feel I'm helpless, I write in my journal, and then the next day, maybe in a week or maybe in a month, I'll figure it out. But I think social media these days, when people see other people are having fears, they all jump on and just crash out about their problems. That creates a space where there's only problems, but there's no solutions. So I think it's very important whenever you're resting, you're consuming online, you want to be very careful about what you put into your mind, because that's going to become your reality. And I myself, I feel completely at lost just in the beginning of 2025. That's when I began to do YouTube videos, and I circle back to doing music production after 6 months. And I have been doing music production ever since then. And the reason why I choose to do creative things after work is because after my waffle business becomes stable, I just feel a sense of emptiness and unhappiness in me that I don't even know how to find the answers. But the only thing I can think of is just find anything that I enjoy doing and just start doing. And to put all my worries and unhappiness into activities, filming YouTube videos, talking about, having conversation about one thing that I'm most passionate about is the answers of life, that somehow just lead me to wanting to do music again. And even now, I sometimes don't know where I'm heading, where I'm going, but I'm willing to bet on myself use some portions of my money to invest on music production and doing it for the past 3 months. And I plan to continue doing it for the coming 3 to 6 years because I'm willing to bet on myself. I'm willing to bet on what I love. I'm willing to bet on what gives me a sense of creativity, freedom, expression, communication, and happiness. I choose to follow my curiosity instead of just feeling miserable about everything that I saw on the news or on my favorite YouTube For Your page. It is true that the situation was never good, and it is also true the situation have never been so good. Wherever you wanted to believe, I believe you are the ones who's ultimately make the decision for yourself. So if you ask me, why bother to fight if you can't win? The only answer I can come up with is, if I choose not to fight, I will be suffering just even more than however it is right now. And life, life and death is really something really random. There's no promised tomorrow. You might think it is normal just for another new day tomorrow. Yesterday, the place I do waffle business, the location in the center of Taipei City, there was a random knife attack, and the suspect was attacking innocent people on the road 100 feet away from me. If by far there's like 3 people dead and a couple of people are in the ICU, it was a tragic situation. And I just think to myself, what if last night the suspect decided that he wanted to go on an open road instead of the road that he chose to go into the department store and just waving his crazy knife and hurting people? There's no certainty in life. Life is like this dream beautiful dream that we all been given. If you want to treat it as a desperate situation, like you are living in this dark hole that you're never going to dig yourself out, then you never will. But why would you choose to believe that? I'd rather just put up a good fight before I go, and whenever that is. We are not taking anything with us once we left this dream place, this beautiful place we call life. So why don't we just have fun and follow our curiosity and see where we can get? Why don't we just choose to bet on ourselves? Why don't we just choose freedom? Why don't we just choose try to be our own bosses? Why not? Since life is a lot of uncertainty and suffering and dark, and nothing good ever stays the same. Nothing bad ever stays the same. Nothing ever stays flatline. Life is like this, right? Just like that graphic we see on our heart monitor. If life is not like this, we are going to just flatline, then we're just basically dead. So I think the ups and downs and the challenges and the dark valley, the rock bottom, is always just a reminder for us to tell us that it is time to get back up again. And I think we should all choose to fight, whether we can win or not, because I think that's what life is all about. once you get to the valley that you want to get to, then you'll feel bored, and you just have to begin to find another challenge for you to feel alive again, to have something to look forward to. And that is just life. So if we understand the constant thing in life is that we always need to challenge ourselves in order to feel alive, excited, happy, pumped, then we should just also accept that life is hard. Life is very hard. Whether you choose to have a steady job and get fired one day and trying very hard to find another job, or you choose right now when you have a job, also you try to build something during the weekends after work. It is all up to you. So I don't think without guarantee it should be the reason why that you choose not to fight. I think in contrast, even if you just can't win ever, you should just choose to fight always. At least it's fun. At least you can feel that excitement of fighting for something that you want, even without knowing you can be successful or not. But to enjoy the journey of life, isn't that what life is all about? So why bother to fight if you can't win? This question is wrong. What you should say to yourself is, why not choose to fight? Why not choose to fight? Because you might win. And what is absolutely true is that you're definitely going to have fun and learn more about yourself, build more confidence, and something more to look forward to in your life. So yes, I think we should always choose to fight, even without knowing we're going to make it or not.